Yo, what's going on, guys? Dave Locken with Odd Chopper back again, Monday Night Football, and we're lucky enough to have two games today, which is awesome. Honestly, I wish they would do this every single week. Two Monday games. Don't need a 10 o'clock game. I don't need to be up to 1:30 every Monday. But, chop one off the top on Sunday. So we get Thursday, you get Sunday night, you get Sunday afternoon, and then two Monday games. You can't beat that. Now, you could beat the games that we have today, both of them with sub 40-point totals. There's one game, the second one to be exact, between Pittsburgh and Cleveland, where there isn't a single receiving yard prop north of 43.5 yards. So it's going to be ugly, likely low scoring on both sides. You got a rookie quarterback going for Carolina, but we'll break them all down. You appreciate this free content. Think it helped you along the way. Hit me with a subscribe. Hit that thumbs up as well. Leave a comment. Let me know your favorite bets for tonight. Where are you leaning? You got any props that you want other people to know about? Hit us up right down there and follow me on, well, it's the X now, at Loughy _D, Loughy _D. We can chop it up all NFL season long. All right, let's go. First up, you got the Carolina Panthers hosting the Saints here. They're 3-point dogs, 39.5-point total. I mentioned in my picks for every game video on Wednesday. I get that out early. We try and get some closing line value. Oftentimes we do. Sometimes we don't. Oftentimes we do. Check that out, by the way. But Saints are 3-point favorites. And I mentioned in that game that this, like, every part of my being wants to bet the Saints. The only thing here is like, oh, you got a home dog, Monday Night Football, prime time, coming off a loss in week one, rookie quarterback records in week one, top drafted, number one overall rookie quarterbacks in week one. The results are jarringly bad. So not a huge surprise there. I'll give you guys the information. You can land where you want. I'm going to give you, obviously, my pick as well. But just so you know, I got some props on this show, in this video that I like a little bit more maybe than the sides. Every bit of me wants to take the Saints at -3. You think about it, like, their defense is going to be good. They look good last week. Sure, Ryan Tannehill didn't look all that great, but look what they came out and did against the Chargers yesterday. Got that overtime 27-24 win, hung in there up against the high-powered Chargers offense, and they managed to drop 27 points in OT. Like, that offense can function. Just the Saints did a great job of getting pressure on Tannehill, shutting him down, forcing bad passes that end up being picked. On paper, you're looking at a team that has a better defense and certainly a better offense. I mean, let's just compare the pass catchers for a second. You have Chris Olave, who's in his second year. Dude's already awesome. Michael Thomas looks healthy. Rashid Shaheed looks like he's the real deal, too, as a deep threat. And the Carolina Panthers are without J.C. Horn, who's on the IR. That's not going to bode well for them today. Juwan Johnson, capable red zone threat. And you don't have Alvin Kamara, but you have Jamal Williams. And then Kendre Miller might play today, third-round rookie who's been injured, who's been out. Looks like he could be back. So I just think pound for pound, this is clearly a better Saints team. And like I said at the beginning of the video, really the only reason that you would bet the Panthers, and I get it, man, the parity, the P-A-R-I-T-Y in the NFL is crazy. And you see stuff like this often. So if you were like, nah, I like the Panthers here because, home dogs, coming off a loss, rookie quarterback, first week, all that stuff usually ends poorly. I totally get it. But the gut really, no, I should say the brain, the head is saying you got to lay the 3 on the Saints here. So I think that's what I do. Not sure I bet this game, but giving a lean, that's where I'd go. I'd also go Jonathan Mingo under 2.5 receptions. But I would wait till a little bit closer to lock until we have DJ Shark's status. Now, I don't think the line here moves right now on Jonathan Mingo. You have it under 2.5 receptions. By the way, the best place to get this right now is at Caesars. That's where the best odds are on this one by far. You're taking a lot of juice off the top. They have a bet $50, get $250 in bonus bets promo that they've got going on. Listen, you were gonna bet the 50 anyway, right? Why not do yourselves a favor and get 5 separate $50 bonus bets? You're going to bet it anyway. Anywhere else somebody gives you $250 for 50, you're going to take that. You're going to run away before they change their mind. But you're probably going to put at least 50 of that on some type of sports bet. So if you're betting tonight's game and you're like, hey, I'd like to get some free money. I'm not on Caesars yet. I threw the link in the description. I threw it in the pinned comment as well. Turn your ad blocker off. It's weird with that. But take advantage of $250 in bonus bets if you're going to bet this game anyway. And now you give yourself a better opportunity to actually shop odds instead of being that dummy that's on one book going, hey, I like this. And then you lose by the hook and you realize that there were 3 other books where you could have got a better line. That's why it's not just the free money, but taking advantage of all of the best opportunities to get the best odds and the best lines. And I should point out, guys, the Odd Shopper, see it behind me? See it behind me? The app is live. Google Play, Apple App Store, all of the picks. If you sign up for free, all of the picks are free through tomorrow. Not just NFL, but all of our picks, all of our plus EV market-based approach betting picks are free over on the app. If you want to go check that out, you got all of tonight's game, baseball games, and tomorrow. So check that out as well. But give me Mingo under 2.5 receptions here. Like I said, if DJ Shark returns, and I think he will, it looks like it. He got a full practice in on Saturday. Then I think Mingo is the one that takes the biggest haircut as far as opportunities go. Snap share, route participation, whereas Terrace Marshall, Shark, who could be limited, but still, if you take enough off of Mingo, that makes a big difference. And then Adam Thielen saw the large majority of snaps yet last week too. Someone has to get cut. And I don't think Mingo gets cut as a second-round rookie, but I think he takes enough of a haircut to where you could get under 2.5 receptions. He had 2 in week 1 on 5 targets. I think that could drop even more this week. And then you've got the Browns and the Steelers. The Browns are 2-point favorites, 38-point total. The props I really like here. We'll get to those to close out the show. And if you guys have some, let me know as well. Maybe I'll dabble. But, you know, the Steelers got the shit kicked out of them last week. At no point was that game even remotely competitive against the San Francisco 49ers. But they're at home and they're dogs. And I wasn't all that impressed by Cleveland. I was definitely impressed by the defense, getting to Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow showed even yesterday in week 2 against Baltimore, took that guy 7 quarters into the 2023 season to get in any bit of a rhythm. So I think that was, you know, more of an indictment on Joe Burrow than it was a success of Cleveland's defense. They looked good, okay? I'm not saying they didn't, but I don't think this is some world beater team right now. Deshaun Watson looked fine. I'd say average. You disagree? Let me know. I don't think I'm wrong. I think he looked pretty average. And not only did he look average, but now you're losing Amari Cooper. He's doubtful to play, questionable technically, but we know what it means. He's not likely to play. He's doubtful. So now you have Elijah Moore, who's fine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Njoku. You're going to have to lean on Nick Chubb here, okay? Which is why I love over 17.5 rushing attempts. Now, make sure to shop odds. You can do that on Odd Shopper. That is free. Shop the odds everywhere. So, like, if you go to Nick Chubb, type his name up, then you can just hit the drop down after you get there and you can see where it is everywhere. Make sure that you're getting a 17.5 and not 18.5, because I saw a minus 18.5 at like minus 110. But then I saw the 17.5 rushing attempts at minus 115. I'll take that tiny additional juice all day to get under that carry. He had 18 carries in week 1. It was bad weather. Jerome Ford had 15. I don't see Jerome Ford, who was wildly inefficient, getting 15 carries or even close in this game. Give me over 17.5 carries for Nick Chubb. Last I looked, it was FanDuel had it, and they got to bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets too if you're a first-time user. If you want, I can throw that in the description just to get all the free money you can. But I think FanDuel had the 17.5, DraftKings as well. So that's where I want that. I also want George Pickens over 42.5 receiving yards. Without Deontay Johnson, I think you're going to have to just I don't know why Matt Canada is still the offense coordinator. You're going to have to throw some balls up to George Pickens, some 50-50 balls, and let that dude with his wild circus catch abilities and big catch radius come down with them. Because other than that, it's Robinson, it's Calvin Austin, Pat Freiermuth, those type of guys. I like the over 42.5 for Pickens. I like the over 17.5 rushing yards on Chubb. And if I'm betting sides here, I honestly think I would go Pittsburgh money line. I forget about +2 because I don't really want to bet them to cover inside of a field goal. If they lose by a field goal, they lose. Like if you're betting the Browns, just take the -2. They win by a field goal, you win. But I'm leaning, I might sprinkle on the money line for the Steelers here at home, looking to avoid losing 2 straight home games to start the season. I do think the Browns have the advantage as far as, you know, Hayward being out for Pittsburgh. That makes a big difference, especially with somebody like Nick Chubb on the other side. But you're talking about a total that has dropped from 40.5 to 38 points. You know, very low total, grinded out, low scoring game. It's a 2-point spread. The way I see it is this game is legitimately up for grabs. And Deshaun Watson has to show me something with the aerial attack for me to believe that they can blow this game wide open. So if we're working under the assumption like low scoring game, close at home in Pittsburgh, coming off a disgustingly embarrassing loss. Give me Pittsburgh money line, as gross as it may feel. Appreciate you guys hanging out as always. We will catch you back here for the next one. Wednesday, picks for every game. I'll be here Thursday with a revised version of that Thursday game. Check out all the other stuff on the Odd Shopper channel and make sure to subscribe before you go. Peace.